Well, hey, Facebook friends, just wanted to share some quick updates with you. Some things we've been working on here around my house using the incredible Mohawk Finishing Products. I used a couple of different products here from Mohawk on this horse. I don't think I've shared with you the final results. This piece was all broken around the neck here, and I used the epoxy stick from Mohawk. And if you saw my other video, and if you have not, comment right here below, and I'll share that video link with you, as well as send you a link to get yourself a free sample of the all-in-one paint, my product. So I'd love to share both of those with you. If you're just jumping onto this video and you are new to Heirloom Traditions Paint, say hi right here, and we are going to share that link with you to get yourself, again, a free sample of the all-in-one paint. And I'm going to show you some great things you can do right around your house using Mohawk Finishing Products. That's not my product, but I am more than happy to share with you how well it works and some great things that you can do to improve things around your home, including things that are broken, as well as scratches, even on your wood floor. And I'll show you mine. And if you watch me do this method, again, I'll share that video with you. Just comment right here below if you'd love to see that video of how I used all of these products. It takes a bit to do them all, so I'm not going to run back through how I did these particular ones, but I am going to show you another great trick. And I'm going to show you the piece on my floor, and hopefully I can share that with you without losing you here. There was a big damage. That clock on the wall there, that guy, fell off, and it knocked off that bronze right there, that heavy bronze, and it dinged the floor in a couple places. And the light from that door cut right through where you could always see that. Every time you walked in, you could see that vertical sheen showing that divot in the floor, actually two different places. And I use this incredible product, again, from Mohawk Finishing Products. You can buy those right on Amazon. This is not a paid post. This is just because I love it, and I wanted to share it with you, my friends, so you can fix things around your own house and get things, you know, sometimes it just takes a little bit of work to get things back to where you feel good about your home, and not like everything's falling apart and something's broke here and broke there. These small little things can help you go back and have a new appreciation for even your floors, and maybe a cabinet that's broken, or you've chipped something, a piece of furniture. And when you start fixing those things back, it feels like all the things you worked so hard for around your home, you're getting to restore and to keep those. I'm also going to show you my fountain. It's just outside this door, and finally the sun is out here in Louisville. I'm going to show you how it's holding up, and I antiqued it some time back with you a couple weeks ago, and it looks incredible. It's been through rain almost every single day, so share all those things with you too. But anyway, this little burn-in stick is how I fixed the divot here in the floor, and you can see, I think that might be a little bit of cat stuff there, some of their fur there in the floor, but right about in the midway there was a kind of maybe about a quarter of an inch little piece that had knocked out of the floor. I used this stick, and this is a hard wax product. You melt that with a lighter and let it drop in, and then you go over that and push it off with a credit card or a firm piece of plastic. And then you can smooth it out and then buff it off. And then that way it's hard enough that even when you can hear how hard it is. It's pretty rigid. And that way, whenever it has traffic going over it and you're continuing to walk on it, you're not going to remove this and need to put more in there in a short window. Maybe in a long term, you might have to, but I don't anticipate that we walk across that often. And if I do have to, I've got plenty of my stick left here. So I am going to show you some other things. And I have another fabulous Mohawk finishing product, and this comes in a kit, and these are again all available on Amazon. Again, not a paid post, just sharing it with you. So you can go to Amazon and find these, and the brand again is Mohawk, M-O. And let me show you the brand, and I'll post that link just so you'll see all of that right here in the top of this timeline. But rather than me trying to spell it for you, I'm just going to show it to you. There you go, Mohawk, and that's backwards. But you can see those. These are professional finishing products that furniture companies use, and that's how I know about them. And you couldn't used to, before the craze of the internet, you couldn't buy these anywhere except in professional situations, trade shows, and furniture-related trade shows. So these weren't marketed to everyone, but now you can get them everywhere. So Amazon is the best place. I bought this whole little kit, and I'll tell you, I didn't think I would be using the white. And I thought, well, probably never used that white in several of these colors, but lo and behold, guess what? It matches my white cabinetry really well. And you know how it goes through the years. You end up dinging things and doors hitting things. And I have used this one quite often, and makes a fabulous repair, even though my cabinets are a creamy color. Let me turn so you can see, and I'll show you some places that I have tried to at least camouflage some of the damages, okay? And I'll show you a couple little places maybe that I can add a little bit more filler to. This little cabinet right here, oddly enough, touches the handle of another cabinet. This door dings into that handle. And sometimes in corner cabinets, you have that situation going on. But can you see that little mark that it makes right here? Makes a little divot there. So this little crayon will go right in there. Just kind of go in there and overfill. Push, push, push till you get it heated up. Look at that. Even though that looks lighter, it just hides it right away. Let me grab my rag, okay? Just come right back to that. And you just buff away what's left on the surface. But in all honesty, you can't even see it. And so that hid that perfectly well. And I'm standing here, even though my vision no longer is 20/20, I can't see that. That's whiter, pretty white, compared to this cabinet. But it does such a fabulous job. I noticed there was another spot here. I think I've already fixed it, so I don't believe I can even show you that. Any other places that I know of here. But that particular one, but I'm going to show you on my stained doors. And this house was built in 2011, and I don't think any of the doors have actually been gone over. The prior owner had a small dog, I'm assuming, and they have made some scratch marks on this door, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do to that versus trying to stain them. Sometimes these are questions that you wonder, how do you fix these things? And guys, if these comments are in your way, slide your finger right across right here over your phone, and you can knock them out of the way so you can see. But I'm going to see what I can do to this. So I don't know how well you can see that. I'm going to move this down a bit, okay? Bear with me as I readjust this camera and try to get you down there a little closer so we can see a little bit better. Now, I think we can. All right. Still not like I'd like to show you. Let's get down here. So you can see that there's some scratch marks across this door. All right, so there's been a little dog standing here, and I'm sure he was trying to get in. See my cat carrier on the other side down the basement here. Of course, we never go down there. But nevertheless, I'm going to do show you what some magic is going to do here. I'm going to guess that this crayon, this one has a little red in it. Then I have another alternative here, and I've used it some. This one is less red compared, so this all comes in your little kit. So I'm going to use this guy, the lesser of the reds. Even though there's highs and lows in all of these doors, I'm going to go with this one. And I'll tell you why you would use this versus a stain. If you rub stain on this, even a gel stain, you're going to see that always. There's a vertical sheen to any kind of a paint, any kind of a stain, and it's always going to look different. It may look great straight on, but when you catch it from the side, when you catch the vertical light hitting it, you'll always see that layer on top unless you were to totally strip this door off and coat it all over. So that's a lot more work than I plan to do. So how to maintain and maintenance these to keep them looking awesome all through their life without you having to go through all of those steps. These wax pencils, wax crayons, whatever you want to call them, work great, and the sheen that they give off is very close to the natural sheen of a finished wood. So you can buff them up and make them shine pretty much to match the sheen that you're going to get here. And I'll show you how it works on the scratches. And I'm just going to rub this right here into the scratch and fill up everything I can that's topical, or that's down in there a bit, not topical, the opposite of that. Now, if it gets too light, which this looks like it's going to be a little lighter than the door, I'm going to mix the two together. So you can also do that, because wood has a variety of colors, wood has a variety of grains in them, so you just do the same. You just mimic that and just color. It's that easy. Color it up. I'm going to go all the way down here to camouflage all of these scratches. And I'm going to make this door look great. And I'm going to carry on a little more of the red just to blend it out. Seems like he worked on this edge real good. I'm sure he was a small dog. Now you could rub over this something like, if you didn't want to do this with this marker, you could put on this, you know, back in the day there used to be Old English and those type of things that will put back a little bit of a sheen, but those saturate, they go into the wood, they go into the porosity of the grain, and it's no time until it needs it again. So again, that's just going to be a quick little fix that goes away. This is a permanent fix, so this is going to look great forever. It's also going to remove the actual scratches. It's going to fill them up, so that's the part I like. not only is it going to recolor it, it's going to fill up the scratches so you couldn't see them or feel them. So just kind of go with the grain, working back and forth. And then you're going to take your cloth and buff it up, and that's what's going to really go in here. You can already see how it starts to shine immediately because remember, it's wax, so it's coming off on my cloth. Just using an old terry cloth washcloth here, and just buff it back until it looks great. And that's going to match the vertical sheen of the door, and never be the wiser that it has been repaired. I have a pocket door in my bedroom into the bathroom, and because that door has been probably opened and closed so many times, the edge of the door has just gotten beat up. And I use these crayons, these markers, and it looks incredible. Just an easy little fix. And we'll see if I can show you another door. Right around the lock and where you handle the door, it just had gotten kind of looking bad. So this really fixed it. See if I see another area here. Might be more something on the camera you can see better than those little scratches. So here, like this is just a little light edge. Just take that crayon to the utility room. This has gotten beat up. Just lay them right on their edge and just use them to their shape advantage here. I'm sure washer and dryer going in and out of here has damaged that. Just a great way to take some age off of your home. And that's what I like about having this whole little pack. I'm thinking this little pack was $29 or something like that to get all the crayons. Now, these didn't look bad, but they look better now. Like I said, you work hard for your home. If you take care of the little things, the big ones will take care of themselves. That's something my mother always told me, and she's so right to tell me that because it's so true. If you let them accumulate and all the little nicks and the bruises go on and on and on, eventually you look back and your whole house is beat down. So if you can take care of the little ones, you can keep it looking great for so much longer, I think. So this is a simple little fix. I'm going to show you the fountain out here. If I don't knock this completely off this stand. Sorry about that. I'll just pick you up and carry you out there. So I'll show you this, how it's looking after all this time. And it's doing quite well. Carrying you on the stand is not easy here. So turn it right there so you can see. There you go. So there it is. There's the antiqued fountain, and looks so much better than it did when it was all white. Now that's looking more like it right there. That's how it really looks. So it's got some highs and lows, and all of that we did with vintage brown antiquing gel over that fountain, just to let it stand out against that white wall and to add some little detail back because it had such pretty molding around the edges. So I wanted to share that with you and show you what it looked like at this point. And today we'll be finishing up the car that we started yesterday, and I'm going to be painting that. And it was a Toyota that we did, the 2007 I believe is the year. And so yesterday we did our Restore Coat products on the seat. We repaired a huge cut that was in the seat, or just a rip there in the actual bottom of the seat where the foam was exposed. So check that out, and it's pinned right here in our timeline here on Heirloom Traditions. So check that out and come join us today. And I'm going to do that around 6 probably this evening, and do that live so you can see us finish it up, sand it up, and paint it. So I can't wait to see what the finished results are going to look like. But anyway, if you would like some information on the Mohawk products, I will pin all of those right here in the top of this post so you can check them out on Amazon and get some of these little crayons. Maybe you need some of the epoxy if you have something that's broken, and you can do some damage repairs on broken furniture, on corners, on a dresser that's broken away, or you have maybe veneers that are busted off and you don't know what to do. Great repair products for that, and you can just use them in so many different ways. You kind of have to be creative on how you're going to repair things, just to understand that they're very durable and strong. And sometimes they're stronger than the piece that you're even working on. Sometimes if you put back a corner, that corner will be stronger than the corner that was originally there. So those epoxy resins dry really hard in that tube, the two-part epoxy that I showed you on the horse's neck. So that's a great one. I'll share all of those links right here above. And I'll also put the old video where I showed you how to use them all in the links above, so you can see all those and find them easily. But I appreciate you being here with me, and again, look forward to seeing you again right here on our page, and we'll be doing a live this afternoon, so please join us. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.